Hey, my name is Bryce Edwards, and I'm doing my persuasive speech on why people should not do drugs. Has any of you ever heard or seen a family that was torn apart by drugs? I know I sure have, and it was a very sad sight to see. Maybe even some of you have been part of a family that was torn apart by drugs. If so, please listen for the next few minutes as I talk about why people should not do or get involved in drugs. Everyone should at least talk to one person in their life about why drugs are so harmful to everyone and why they should be avoided. As I mentioned before, drugs take a toll on people that use them and their families. Families routinely reported great stress, conflict, and anxiety as a consequence of trying to protect the family member from the dangers and harms associated with drugs, and to limit the damage arising from their behavior towards the best of the family. Parents and their children often report bitter and often destructive disagreement over how best to respond to the child with a drug problem, says the Joseph Roundtree Foundation. Who would want to get into these kind of problems with the people they love? I wouldn't. This is only asking for trouble and is a very good reason why people should avoid drugs. Parents and family members should also remind their kids and other kids how important it is to stay away from drugs. It is not that hard and wouldn't take much time at all out of your week to just talk to them and let them know. Trust is a major issue that comes into play also when someone you know has been using these drugs. How can you trust someone who is always in another state of mind from drugs? This is just the beginning of reasons why people should avoid drugs. Now, this part of many reasons why people shouldn't use drugs is one of the most important keys. The big key that I am referring to is your health. If you are someone who is willing to damage your health by the use of drugs, then I will have to say you're not very smart. You have to have good health in order to live, and drugs can change that. This is why we all should encourage people more and more, as I said before, to never use them. Drugs are chemicals. They work in the brain by tapping into its communicative system and interfering with the way nerve cells normally send, receive, and process information. In fact, some drugs can change the brain in ways that last long after the person has stopped taking them. Maybe even permanently, says the NIDA for Teens Info Facts. Many of these drugs cause hallucinations, cardiac arrhythmias, and even death. Drugs are bad for you in any way you use them. It's just not worth the risk of your health to be on drugs, especially death. Come on, I hope each and every one of you want to live long and a good, healthy life. I know I sure do. But if you are on drugs, you can. You can possibly wind up dead. Take this for example. Heroin is the cause for more deaths by overdose than any other single drug. The majority of these deaths ultimately result from respiratory failure. A toxic dose of heroin increases an inhibitory effect of GABA, which causes breathing to slow and eventually stop. Because they are also stimulants, amphetamines increase levels of the neurotransmitter dopamine and the hormone norepinephrine. This can result in heart attack, overheating, and or brain damage, says the University of Utah. Approximately 19,000 deaths occur from drug addictions each and every year in the United States, says USNOdrugs.com. This is the one and only body that you get. Drugs can also cause jail time. I know I would hate to have to serve time in jail, and I hope you would too. Drugs is very illegal, and people should follow the law by leaving them alone. Not only is jail time bad enough, some of these sentences that are given can be up to several years for the use of any illegal drugs, maximum penalties can be 7 years in prison and/or a fine for possession, life imprisonment, and/or a fine for possession with intent to supply, setthesite.org. This could wind up costing you jail time and several thousands of dollars. I mean, who honestly wants that to happen to them? I would hope no one. Drugs, they tear apart families and cause severe damage to your health, and they can cost you jail time and your pocketbook. If people all around the world would help to stop these filthy habits, the world would be a much better place to live in. All people have to do is just spend a little time talking to their kids and other people about the dangerous side effects of using drugs, and maybe with a group effort we could stop drugs in America and all over the world. One step at a time we can do this. Now who's with me?